This is definitely the most exciting wilderness survival. A strange man and woman face each other naked. No clothes needed, no food, without water. Team up to survive in the wilderness. As long as you can survive in the wilderness for 21 days, you can get $1 million prize. The name of the female contestant participating in this issue is Shannon. Age 38 years old, I'm from Ogden, Utah. His occupation is a part-time worker. Shannon is perfect proof you can do a man's job yourself. Many men are working for him. Shan Long is a mother of 2 children. Take part in this challenge, he just wants his children to know. Just believe in yourself, you can do anything. And the name of the guy is Tim. Age 27 years old. From the Lake District of Florida. I'm a firefighter, married for 8 years. I have 2 kids, happy family, Titus. I grew up with a single mother. Because his mother is busy with work, Timmy had to take care of herself since she was a child. Therefore, he became a very independent person. Also very much liked to be alone. And the experience of joining the army. He was also a member of the Marine Corps. This is whose challenge location. Came to Trinidad in South America. Between the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. Located on the volcanic island of Trinidad, here. Tropical rainstorms have flooded the land. There are 6 months of the year. Tropical rainstorms have turned the land into a watery jungle, sultry and humid. Except for being blocked by the big thorn coconut trees. Plenty of bubbling mud volcanoes. Devouring the invaders like quicksand. It's time to go to the coast. Shannon thought this was really exciting, never had a chance before. Experienced this feeling of being unburdened, so, liberating nature. And Tim had no problem with that whatsoever. Because of a lot of habits in the military, still like a soldier. Under the arrangement of the program team, the 2 quickly rushed towards the meeting point. The 2 people who have never met each other after seeing each other. Greeted from a distance, let's start with a standard handshake etiquette. Let's introduce ourselves to each other. The atmosphere of the conversation between the 2 is very formal. It's not the kind that previous players met, passion from the heart. The 2 took the backpack given by the program team. The survival tool given by the program team is an iron pan. The survival tools of the mountain belt are climbing ropes. Tim thinks Shannon's choice of climbing rope is a wise choice. Very satisfied with this, Tim's survival tool is a special broadsword. There is also a task route given by the program team. Indicate a map, 2 people according to the map. I researched the location of the camp. The skin of the 2 people is tingling because of the sun. The 2 chose to use the mud of the volcano directly. Apply all over to protect the skin. And then we're off. The first day of the challenge began. The road in the jungle is muddy. The speed of the 2 of them is completely not fast. The conversation between the 2 is also formal. No past players at all. The enthusiasm of the first day we met lends. Tim thinks Shannon's personality is very similar to his own. There's a real chance of disagreement. The 2 found a stream, but look at the turbidity of the water. It's really dirty to look at. The 2 felt that the campsite must not be here. Shannon said that if the water here doesn't boil, I definitely won't drink it myself. The 2 can only continue to walk upstream. While on the road until after 12 noon, it's raining heavily. The already muddy road became even more difficult to walk on. Shannon made a pair of shoes for the 2 of them out of rope. The 2 picked up some rain with big leaves. Replenished the water, continued to hurry for a while. Shannon fell a real lot of tears fortunately. There are no sharp stones on the ground. Otherwise it will be really miserable. On the way until almost 2 p.m. The mountain farmer was bitten by the ants on the ground. Shannon said it felt like being bitten. It's like being struck by lightning. Until around 3 p.m. the 2 found an open space. Not far away is the water source. The 2 immediately decided to set up camp here. Tim decided to build a raised bed. Shelf shed so you can get off the ground. Stay away from bugs and other animals. The management character of the mountain farmer is at this time, and it worked. Started pointing out Tim's shortcomings in building the shed. Mouth command, and operation. Tim said directly, you can do whatever you want. 2 people argue, Shannon thinks it is right to use your own method. Tim also thinks it's right to go his own way. The process of 2 people building a shed. It's been going on in constant argument. Seems like debate wasn't Tim's strong suit. Shannon is completely dominant. Tim feels like he and Shannon. They are very opinionated people. This requires a lot of compromise from someone. Originally, the 2 wanted to raise the fire. But it's wet everywhere. I can only give up this plan after nightfall. The 2 slept on a shelf off the ground. But the bug bites didn't abate at all. He bit the 2 of them and turned them over all night. Time came the next day because it was bitten so badly by bugs at night. Tim decided he had to start the fire around 2 p.m. When the two collected fire materials, Tim found a bird's nest. Now the fire melted, the fire is done. Around 4 p.m. the two began the work of life. The mountain farming palace diamond lifestyle begins to keep rotating. Motorcycle. After waiting for a while, I finally saw the little charcoal. Pour it into the fire dragon and it's a blow. It turned off. Tim wanted to help, but he was completely out of the question. Shannon said that life is really a matter of two people. I really can't handle it alone, Tim thinks. Although Shannon claims to have team spirit, but I don't actually like teamwork. Tim said himself, never listen to the wishes of others again. The next step is to put yourself first. Around 5 p.m. Tim is having a blast. It has been clearly felt. Dehydration is taking a toll on itself. Tim didn't think he was going to make it, building a fire and drinking water. So I chose a place that looked clean. I squatted and drank water. Shan Long thought it was too risky. After dark, Tim did the next day's task. Planning must first trump. Shannon asked Tim to call himself together. The time has come for the third day. At dawn, Tim goes into his own working life. Shannon gets up and he sees Tim already living. Tell Tim directly. He clearly said that he would wait for him to live together. And then, the two began to argue about the matter again. Shannon believes that life is a matter of two people. Tim thinks it's better to be alone, and finally, Tim's life still ended in failure. After some calm communication, the two began to cooperate. Two people worked together to make a fire. Under a skilled operation, it didn't take long for the two to raise the fire. When you have a fire, the first thing you do is boil water. Rehydrate your body. After nightfall, the two gave the fire a guardrail, baked together. Time has come to the fourth day. At dawn, Shannon started to keep busy with all kinds of things. Tim's survival strategy has completely changed. After dawn, I just do nothing and lie down. The main thing in the shed is to rest. Shannon really can't stand it anymore. Tell Tim. Can you go out and pick up some firewood or something? Tim just said I don't want to go. Tim wants to save his stamina for the long term. I don't want to eat at all, just keep drinking water. Tim felt that if Shannon didn't change his behavior, you will eventually get tired. The time has come for the sixth day. Shannon took the rope apart. Prepare to weave a fishing net, so you can fish and eat. Tim continued to rest. The time has come for the seventh day. Shannon thinks this is really unfair. Now all Tim does is sit, then sleep, do nothing. Time has come to day 8. Shannon continues to weave fishing nets with ropes. Tim is resting. The mountain farmers do everything. Shan farmers use woven fishing nets to catch fish. And I got nothing. Time has come to day 10. Tim is still the main thing to rest. In addition to ensuring hydration, do nothing else. Shannon told Tim you had to do something. Tim says he's an adult, know what to do. No need for mountain farmers to teach. Shannon thinks Tim is like a male version of himself. He can't stand a woman making him angry. Time has come to day 11 and Tim sat still. The farmer returned to the shed and found the fire almost out. Shannon asked Timothy why he didn't add firewood. The two of them discussed for a while. The time has come for day 13. Timmy still focuses on rest. Shannon goes out to collect brown donkey hearts. Feed with a brown donkey heart. Shannon regretted quarreling with Timmy before. I feel that the mother is as rare as the water quality. The blood on the partner. Tim feels that being confined to a small space, and somebody belittles you. Although you are strong, but it will also be affected. Time has come to day 14. Timmy began to miss her family non-stop. Feeling very frustrated, so I decided to continue to be a lazy guy. Don't eat, just drink water. Can't get tired. The time has come to the 15th day. The two have stopped talking at all. Shannon still doesn't let himself be idle. Been doing all kinds of things. Shannon felt himself. If you had a diligent partner, you don't have to consume so much by yourself. Time has come to day 16. Shannon says to the camera, I'm so tired right now. So hungry. Timmy rested while missing his wife. The time has come to day 17. Shannon was tired and stopped his busy footsteps. Sitting in the shed talking about how I felt. Time has come to day 18. The mountain farmer was so tired that he could only rest in the shed. Tim found that Shannon's health condition was not optimistic. Then I found a place to rest. This family, thinking about life. I don't know what causes it. Tim suddenly figured it out. I feel that I should let go of my hatred of mountain farmers and all the negative stuff. Shannon should be rewarded for his hard work. So I decided to change myself, contribute to the team. Then he started hunting in the jungle. Nothing came of it. Turn around. Another original figure for trap was laid. The principle is simple. It's 3 wooden sticks that hold up a heavy object. Put bait underneath. When the little animals eat the bait, you will be stoned to death. After a search, Tim found 3 large larvae in a rotten tree stump. After returning to camp, just put the big bugs on fire and roast them. The next two had a meal of roasted bugs. The time has come to day 19. Shannon said, "It feels so good to be able to eat food." Then the two chatted calmly. Both admitted their shortcomings. Tim said never to bring up the past again. To look forward, the past is gone. Just as a memory. Then the relationship between the two eased. Tim went to check the traps, but no game. Time has come to the 20th day. Hungry mountain farmers search for prey in the water. After a careful search, Shannon found traces of crabs. Approach cautiously and shoot quickly. Crab. Continue to look around and get two more after returning to camp. 3 crabs with 2 brown donkey calls. Boil a pot of soup after cooking. The two had a delicious meal, ate food. Both of them felt that their bodies seemed to have recovered a lot. The time has come for the 21st day, it was time to evacuate. The two took out the map, did some research. The evacuation route to the evacuation point. 2 people discussed mutual encouragement. It was raining heavily in the sky at this time. Near 8:30. The two began to set off towards the rescue site in the heavy rain. The roads in the jungle are already muddy. Plus heavy rain, the ground has become very slippery. They have to walk very carefully. Walking through the dense jungle. Always beware of being attacked by snakes. When it's almost 12 o'clock, the two encounter an army of ants. Only the risk of being bitten. Bite the bullet and run over. I was on my way until after 3:30 p.m. Only then did the two arrive at the evacuation site. Watching the rescue boats arrive. The two happily shouted at the rescue boat. Board the rescue boat, complete the challenge. The two happily celebrated each other. Wishing this hard-won success after the game statistics. The mountain dragon lost 8 kilograms in 21 days. The body lost 16 kilograms in 21 days.